My dream of installing a chain kit on the Street Bob has finally been realized, and I've been loving it so far. So now it's time for a formal review on the Vulcan Engineering chain kit. Let's get into it. How's it going, everybody? This is the second video in a series related to the chain conversion on the Softail Street Bob. So if you want to see any of the other content related to this chain conversion, be sure to check the link here or the link in the video description to get to the playlist. In today's video, I'm going to give you a formal review of the Vulcan Engineering chain kit. And in the next video, I'm going to give you my assessment of having a chain compared to a belt and some of the differences that I've experienced. I came across the Vulcan Engineering chain kits a few years ago. They caught my eye immediately, and I've been looking at them along the way ever since I first came across them. So when I had an opportunity to actually work with this chain kit and install it on my bike, I jumped at the opportunity. And I do want to give a quick shout out to Nick at Vulcan Engineering. I appreciate you. Thanks for your help. Before we dive in, I do want to let you know that Vulcan Engineering did send me this chain kit to check out and install. But everything I'm going to tell you is based on my actual experiences and opinions. And as with all of my videos, I'll tell you exactly how I feel without any bias. And if you want to see all the details for converting your bike from a belt to a chain, be sure to check out the first video in this series, which I'll link to here and in the video description. I give you all the details, show you all the parts and tools needed, and show you several tips along the way. This video is short and to the point, so let's get right into this review of the Vulcan Engineering chain kit. So what are the key features with this chain kit? Let's start with price. The price of the Vulcan Engineering chain kit starts at about $316. There are options available that will change that price, but the starting point is $316. And if you've done any research on chain kits, you know that's a really good price point for a high quality chain kit. And Vulcan Engineering also has like 15 chain kits for other models, so they probably have a chain kit that will fit your bike. You get to pick your gear ratio based on the tooth counts on the front and rear sprockets. And I went into some of the trade-offs to consider when picking your gear ratio when I covered the unboxing and installation. So if you want to see those specific details when picking a gear ratio, you can use this link or the one in the video description. You get a front sprocket with 24 or 25 teeth. You get a rear sprocket with 47, 48, 49, 51, 55, or 58 teeth. And you can choose between black powder coat or chrome as the finish on the rear sprocket. You get a rear sprocket spacer that's made out of aluminum and nicely machined. And you get grade 8 bolts and lock washers. You also have lots of options available for your chain. There are several different styles of chains, several different color combinations, so you can pick a chain that you like. As a side note, you might want to consider using a sprocket lock for your project like I did. I went with the Hughes hand belt sprocket lock. It's certainly not a requirement, but it is a nice touch just for a little bit of added security, knowing that those bolts can't back out. So what are the pros with the Vulcan Engineering chain kit? This is not a one-size-fits-all kit. You've got lots of choices with your tooth counts on your sprockets, so you can really dial in your gear ratio to get it right where you want it. It's made in the States. Notice this really nice machining on this front sprocket. This extra machining means you don't have to do any grinding on that locking plate for that big primary drive nut. So that's a really nice feature. It's a small touch, but it really makes assembly go smoothly. The rear sprocket's made of steel, so it's going to be very durable. There's a nice thick powder coat on that rear sprocket, and again, you can choose chrome if you want a different coating. It comes with bolts and lock washers that are grade 8 and have a really good zinc coating, and you also have lots of choices with the chains that are available for the kit. There are several different styles of chains, several different color combinations. I went with a black and gold X-ring chain, but there are plenty of choices, so you can pick a chain that you like. Overall, the quality on each of the components of the chain kits is really high. Good machining, good coatings, it's made in USA, and the assembly went really well when I actually installed this kit. So in general, high quality in all respects. So what are the cons with the Vulcan Engineering chain kit? Well, for me, there really are no negatives. I've been completely pleased with the chain kit and I don't have any complaints or any concern. But some people would consider the steel rear sprocket as a negative. Some people would like a lighter weight aluminum sprocket. Some people would prefer different anodizing colors that would be available with an aluminum sprocket. And some people may want different powder coating colors on the steel sprocket. So what's my conclusion? I really like the Vulcan Engineering chain kit and I definitely recommend it. It's a high quality kit. You've got lots of choices for the parts to put together your kit. The finishes are good. The machining is really good. It's made in the States and assembly went really well. So I'm very pleased with it and definitely recommend this kit. So if you're in the market for a chain kit, this is definitely a good option and it's worth considering. There'll be a link to the Vulcan Engineering website down in the video description. And when you go, make sure you tell Nick that I said hello. And if you're interested in what difference a chain makes on a bike compared to a belt, be sure to check out the next video, which is coming up in this series. And I'm going to tell you the differences in how the bike behaves with a chain compared to a belt. And I can tell you, I really like it so far. So you don't want to miss that video to hear what it's like. Have you looked at this chain kit before, or have you looked at other chain kits? What have been your impressions of those chain kits, and what do you think about the Vulcan Engineering chain kit? Drop in a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get your input on all the videos that I cover. And if you have any other recommendations for future video topics, drop those in the comments as well. And if you found this video useful or informational, please do hit that thumbs up button to share it with your friends. That means a lot to me. It tells YouTube that you appreciate this content, and it certainly helps the channel out a lot. And if you're new here, please do consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and enabling all notifications so you'll be alerted whenever a new video comes out. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the ride. I'll see you next time.